It's a good job by our team. Thought all three phases, played pretty well. Defensively, same thing like the last week. The first series, they kind of hit a couple plays on us, but we settled in, did a great job with our starting unit. And then offensively, until the last possession, we didn't punt. We kept scoring touchdowns and didn't have to settle for anything. So, got a lot of guys involved. The second half, I thought could have been a little bit cleaner. We had some backups in there. Could have probably played a little bit better, but those are valuable experiences for everybody. Everybody dressed, got in the game, and I thought we had a good approach throughout the course of the week, and we weren't taking anything for granted. With Lake Erie, it was all about Grand Valley, and for the most part, I thought we came out and played extremely well.
Matt, how important is it to get those backups in? You said it's valuable, but how do you judge this game? You go by two halves and where it is?
We just watch tape. We're going to come in tomorrow as a staff and watch it first, and these guys will watch with their position group. So the quarterbacks, and first half they'll watch Bart Williams, and the second half they'll watch Ali Ajami. And I think we tried to make a concerted effort to try to run our offense the second half, and not some special package plays. And so it's the same thing. We're not going to dismiss the starters from the tape session. We're going to watch the entire tape with the whole position group. And we'll hopefully learn from them. It's invaluable. Practice is one thing. It's invaluable. We got a lot of redshirt freshmen out there making some mistakes and some things happen. That's good for our football team moving forward.
Did you learn anything more about the offensive line after tonight's game?
Well, I think obviously they protected the quarterback a little bit better, I think, than they had. And they were bringing some, Lake Erie was bringing some pressures, and he handled a lot of that for the most part. Obviously, it was important. Martavius missed the second half last week, so I thought it was important he got off to the start that he did was good. We're our best version of Grand Valley when all cylinders are clicking, and Marty's one of those cylinders. So for him to get the 3 touchdowns, say the 2 rushing and the 1 on the pass, I think it was important for him and important for our team based on limited action last week.
Looking at what the backups did one last time, do you look at were you happier more with the defense or offense?
I was probably happiest a little bit more with the defense. We gave up the 1 long pass play, and that'll be a good learning moment because the kid that gave it up was kind of tired because he had been run down special teams, and in the previous snap had to run on a go route, and he didn't play real well in that snap, But other than that, the defense went out there against their starters, our second unit, and besides one big play, pretty much shut them out, the second half. So, offensively, there were some bright spots, with that second unit that was in there, but we got to manage the game better at the quarterback position. We didn't manage it very well, and I was upset obviously with that. There's delayed games and some other things that were happening that we got to be better at from there. So a lot of learning on that side of the ball.
Art, for you as a starter, when you get the second half off, how do you use that production?
Just try to be out there and be a good teammate. Cheer on the guys, and when they're making mistakes. Like that second group of linemen, they had a couple miscues, and just trying to keep them, involved, and just words of encouragement for them, and and obviously root for Ali. It's just fun when someone else will get out there, just be a good teammate.
And Bart, it's the second week in a row you and Erskine connected on long passes. Just talk about your relationship with him and just what allows you guys to have those deep bombs like that.
Yeah, well, I just throw it out there and he catches it. He's he's just got big physical receiver. He's got great hands, and when the ball's in the air, he wants it. So you feel real comfortable when you throw the ball up to him that he's, especially not going to let the defense catch it, and more times than not, he's going to come down with it.
Martavius, what was it like to have 150,000 yards in the first quarter, and I think the first 3 times you touched it, you had touchdowns?
I would like to, give it to the offensive line, give them credit, because if it wasn't for them, those plays wouldn't have happened. There was a couple plays I went untouched, which was kind of exciting for me, because once I get to the secondary, it's kind of pretty fun. But I really give it to the offensive lineman the credit, because they actually did pretty well tonight.
Matt, did you change, thinking of the game at all, when you jumped out to that early lead, such a big lead early on?
Not really. I think we stayed aggressive. You look at right before half, I called a punt block, and we went in there, and the kid dropped the deal, and then we stayed aggressive, and even after they called the timeout when they should have the 10-second runoff, they could have opted to leave the half. Lake Erie could have, but they chose to call a timeout, so we got the ball back after the fumble and wanted to kick a field goal there. So I don't think we changed the way we called the game or approached the game up until halftime, and even after halftime, we were trying to stay aggressive. I did not I do not want to stunt Ollie's development. I want to have him throw some footballs around, and I want to have our wide receivers catch some balls too. We hooked up on a couple things, did that, but I wasn't going to go in there and just Ollie left, Ollie right, hand the ball off. That's not the attitude we wanted, and the same thing defensively. So I don't think we really changed any of the calls or our approach to the game in the second half because there's a lot of opportunities for guys to get better.
Alton, you and DeAndre had 2 sacks apiece tonight. Just their quarterback seemed like he was pretty mobile. Just what things you guys do to try to contain him?
I mean, the coaches, defensive coaches gave us a great game plan. That they put us in position just to make plays when it comes to us. We knew their quarterback was mobile, but he always looked to run. He wasn't trying to pass the ball, so we just got on our horse and we just, hawked him down. So we're just out there trying to make plays for the defense.